Hi guys, you're welcome back to our 30 days makeup series. And on today's episode, I'll be getting this gorgeous girl ready again, you guys. So as usual, we started off with grooming our brows. So you know how we do it over here. We usually start with taking off all the excesses in the under part of the brows before we brush it all up, and then we try to take off the excesses at the top, as you can see me do. So okay, I'm still taking off the excesses at the under, and then I went to the top, and whatever it is I did for this brow, I went to do for the other brow as well, trying to ensure that these brows come out looking like twins. You see that thing that they say the brows do not look like twins, they should look like cousins, and that should be enough. That is not what we're doing over here. Over here, our brows look identical, like identical twin. We're trying to even know who is Yemi and who is Kinde. So that's how we do it here. So you can see me grooming this other brow. So mind you, take note. I always say this. When you're grooming your brows, take note of the points where you want to arc. Take note of the points where you want to arc. Let your upper and your lower arc be in correspondence. So after doing that, I went in with my Garnier micellar water to ensure that my model's face is thoroughly cleaned. Like, our canvas is really cleaned. I think on this particular day I double cleansed, because after cleaning the first time I checked and then I still saw some dirt, and I went back in with my cotton pad to clean again before I went in to add some hydration into that face with this hydrating mist. And then I went in with my niacinamide serum from Blossom. Really good product. I infused a lot of hydration into this model's skin because her skin was a little bit dry and I wanted a beautiful radiant finish. So on this day, I wasn't going to gamble with anything. I was going to take my time and ensure that the skin work here totally ate. Like, that was the aim of this look. So I massaged all that goodness into this model's skin in order for she to absorb all that hydration in. So our skin was being properly fed, like properly fed. You can see me now go in with a moisturizer. So like I said, our skin is a little bit on the dry side, and I wanted it to look really radiant. Like, finish isn't so much of a glossy look. Do you understand? The skin is not really dewy. It's in between dewy and matte. It's not matte, it's not dewy at the same time. So I wanted that finish for her. So I went in with my moisturizer, made sure to massage all that goodness into her skin in order for her skin to absorb all the good nutrients that I'm feeding it with. You can see as I patiently take my time to massage all that goodness in and ensure that our skin is plump and ready for makeup. Then I went in with a silicone primer to ensure that our T-zone areas are being primed, just so our makeup lasts all through. So this particular step that I'm taking isn't essentially what I'm supposed to be doing at the moment, because it's a shoot and we're supposed to like take off the makeup immediately. I'm actually just doing this for the context of this class. So I picked a foundation or two foundations, mixed it in order to get an actual shade, and here I dive right into applying that foundation into our skin. So you can see me apply that foundation, and after I applied the foundation, I now saw that the foundation did not really match this model's this thing. Didn't really match her like 100. It was a bit brighter than her actual shade, but it corresponded with her entire body actually. But it's exactly within our undertone, but it was a bit brighter. So I didn't really mind. I went in, ensured that it was properly blended in. I kept blending in back and forth. The main reason why I did not want to change anything about this foundation combination that I have at the moment is because of the kind of look that I was going for. I wanted a fully sculpted look. So I know what I was going to do to achieve that. On today's episode, don't worry, see this particular makeup. Please follow up on this particular episode. Like, you see this model's face. By the time I finished this makeup, this model was looking like Arya Star. Like, Arya Star was found shaking when she saw these videos. Like, the makeup came out so well. Trust me, guys. So after I finished blending in the foundation into the model's skin, I went in with a soft contour shade. This is like first time I'm using contour in this series. So this is actually a contour I use in contouring her nose. Reason why I use this is because I wanted am I gonna put it, contour is more of like a neutral shade, and bronzing has this reddish warmth undertone. So I wanted a neutral contouring. I just wanted her face to have those, I wanted it to have the segments, but I didn't want so much red. I just wanted it to have there's a certain pace I was working on this particular day. Like nobody could come close. Nobody could come close. And the kind of, like, I had this picture in my head and I was working with this picture, and every single detail that I was putting into the skin was giving exactly what I wanted. The look I had envisaged before I picked up my brushes was exactly what I got. So you see me using my favorite blush to blush up a cheekbone. Very important. You see, this step is one step I never, ever, 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 ever get to miss. I don't joke with blushing. Anybody that knows Joyful well to blush. I always blush them cheeks. So after I finished blushing, I went in with a concealer that is within an undertone, but is about 2 to 3 shades lighter than an actual foundation shade. And then I applied this around her chin, under her eyes, the bridge of her nose, down to her forehead, and I ensured that it is being properly applied. Like what I'm doing right now is called placement. Now I'm trying to place the product on the points where I want the product to be. Taking note of the fact that I would not want to outblend on this part. Get me? When you place products, place them in the order that you want the products to be. Do not place products in a method where when after you finish blending, our face will now look bent, or you will now outblend the concealer or the highlights in a way that every other part of our face that you've done initially would now disappear. Take for instance, our contour will now disappear, or our blush will now disappear. Be very, very mindful when you're placing products and blend in that accord. I may be playing today, but I'm very serious too. Hold your ears, blend in that accord. Do not outblend, because I see some besties recreating some of our looks and I get to see small of these mistakes, and that is why I am saying hold your ears when I'm talking. So if you watch very well, you see how I blend this foundation. I'm very, very conscious of the accord in which I place this product, and I'm blending in that sync to ensure that I do not outblend any step. There's this blush step, there's the bronzer step, there's the contour side. I'm trying to make sure that I do not outblend any of these things. Those things should still be visible after you blended your highlights. Please take notes. So yeah, I went into blend and blend and blend. To achieve a beautiful seamless look, you need a lot of blending. Like there's no back and forth about this thing. You have to blend. Blending is the key to get that seamless, smooth, beautiful makeup look. There's no gamble about this one. So obviously you know how I take my time to blend. So I obviously did. So on blending, I was now getting our eyes ready to set all my cream products maybe at this point. So I went in to blend a little bit extra, and then I took my setting powder at the back of my hand, dusted it off a bit, and then I placed it there. You can see my placement techniques. Please do not rub it. You're just trying to dry the cream product there. So buff it around the back of your hand to ensure that you do not pack excess products, and just press it into the eyes or the points where you want to set lightly. Please do it exactly the way you're seeing it. Don't stress me, besties. Okay, feel free, stress me, but do what you're saying here. I'll be very proud when I see you all making videos of all this very, very important points that I keep stating all the time. I know whenever I'm doing makeup, I calm down and I pause and I drop one pro tip. I've dropped another one today. Mind you, when you want to do this setting, make sure that you ask the model to look upwards. So you see under the eyes have a way of always it folds. Normally when you look straight, your eyes will fold. So in order not to have that fold, ask her to look up before you set, in order to have that seamless, smooth under eyes that don't crack. or develop folds. So at this point, you see me setting the entire face to ensure that everywhere is beautiful, everywhere is properly blended, everywhere is smooth. And I think at this point, I was getting a little bit of baby steps make an ocean. I've dropped my own quotes today. Oh. I said baby steps make an ocean. That was really funny. So I meant you build up like small, small. You don't rush the entire process. You have to trust the process and go bit by bit, and you definitely get it. Are you seeing how our face is now matching our entire body? That's what I did. So I applied a powder that corresponds with our actual tone very well around the entire face, exceeding our highlight regions. And then I went into bronze, the parts that needed to be bronzed. And I kept building up that coverage till I had the shade that I wanted. So after I finished applying this powder, I think I went to ensure that our nose is properly chiseled. Yes, our nose is properly chiseled, and I went in with a little bit of blush, even if I know that I'm still going to drop setting powder under our eyes and the other areas where I know I would usually set before I go in with my eye products. I still had to ensure that everywhere was smooth, beautiful, and properly presented. Like, over here, we don't play with presentation. Like, makeup has to bang, it has to bang, like, it has to bang all the time. So you see me going in back and forth, ensuring that everywhere is a fine blend. A fine blend, oh, very fine blend. Everywhere has to be beautifully blended. So yeah, you see me go in with a little bit of contour shade to bronze our nose, making sure that our nose is snatched and it's coming out beautiful. Our face is getting that cinch that I want. So yeah, that's what you see me do. Cinching that nose. Now, when you sit on my chair, your face, your face must be properly beaded to perfection. So that's what you see me do. I was beating our face, ensuring that everywhere was coming out well. Don't mind my play play. Oh. Feel free to ask me any question that you want to ask on the comment section. Anything you're not understanding that I'm doing, please bring me back. Ask me on the comment section. If you ask me on the comment section and just typing would not solve your problem, I will make a video for you separately and post it and specify that this video is answering that your question. So I don't joke with you people. Honestly, I don't joke with you, my fam. I don't joke with you, my besties. And okay, I want to shout out to some of my subscribers on this video that have been really consistent with me throughout the series. Rafat, hi, I love you. I see all your love. I see all your comments on my posts, and I don't take it for granted. I truly, 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 truly am grateful, and thank you very much. I would also appreciate if you try to recreate some of our looks and ask questions if you want. And to you all besties, I see you all. I love you, and thank you very much for sitting pretty with us during this series, and we'll see you on our next one. Thank you very much. I love you. Sit tight on this episode because this eye look that I created on the next episode was a banger. So if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe to our channel, hit the post notification bell button so you'll be notified whenever we drop more videos, because we're having a series, you guys, and we're dropping videos every single day. So if you snooze, you lose. If you snooze, you lose. I don't have to say much. Thank you guys. Bye.